He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kentucky's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The lone back's got it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Nice move to pick up. Just keeps moving. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Kentucky! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Surging forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Quick step and go. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires complete on the crosser. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. QB draw.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, looking for a man. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the tailback. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. Nice move, create some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. From the gun, give on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Takes a hit as he fires. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Bama! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for them.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This sophomore behind center has been surgical in his performance. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Gets away from one. Got a little space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Bringing the heat. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Just brilliant orchestration of this offense by the sophomore quarterback. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown Tide! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Kentucky right back to the line. Going to sling it on second down. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. To the ground with the back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense, they needed this earlier. I love to see it and getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing the 3rd and long. They've struggled all day long. They've needed more of this. Maybe they can get back in it, but obviously they've given up a ton of points so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give on the option.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long. And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
3rd down coming up.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to them.
It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wide receiver going in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats! Fitted in the window for the score.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. To the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Give to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. SMU notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Dallas is worth its weight in gold to the Mustangs. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He'll keep it himself. And that ball is live in the backfield. Offense scoops it up and still going. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Crimson Tide now has it on 2nd down as we open the final period. Off play action. A little release to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up.
It's caught. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
That route is a man-beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up 1st and goal.
Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Here's the pressure. Wide out trying to get it in.
And I love the defense here, playing downhill, playing fast, understanding it's 3rd and goal. I don't have as much space behind me. I can be more aggressive on that touch pass. They come up, they set the edge.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And they tacked on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Power football with the run. This young signal caller just seems to get better and better with each game, and he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the wideout. They are just working that sideline. Excellent footwork to stay in bounds. He's out of bounds after a big pickup. But there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Under fire. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The play action fake. Going for it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown tie. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Kentucky, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Now they'll run the draw. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Might as well stick with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Out of bounds at the 42.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. The throw to the outside is complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to NC State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man in the middle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets away. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.